The secret war in Cambodia refers to the covert military operations conducted by the United States during the Vietnam War. It remains one of the most controversial and lesser-known aspects of Cold War history. While shrouded in secrecy at the time, its far-reaching consequences for Cambodia and the region have become critical to understanding its impact. During the height of the Vietnam War, Cambodia was officially neutral, led by Prince Norodom Sihanouk. Despite this neutrality, the country's jungles and porous borders became a refuge for the North Vietnamese Army, NVA, and the Viet Cong, VC. They used Cambodia as a sanctuary and supply route, particularly along the infamous Ho Chi Minh Trail. These activities prompted covert U.S. operations to disrupt enemy movements within Cambodian borders. The secret bombing campaign, referred to as Operation Menu, targeted suspected communist bases and supply routes in eastern Cambodia. Using B-52 bombers, the U.S. military conducted precision strikes. To maintain secrecy, the missions were reported as targeting areas within Vietnam. Only a select few in the government knew the true extent of these operations, and records were often falsified to obscure their scope. Secrecy surrounding the operations was extreme. Pilots were instructed to destroy evidence of missions entering Cambodian airspace. Maps for navigation excluded Cambodia to obscure any paper trail. These covert measures symbolized the broader attempt to wage a war hidden from the public and much of the political establishment. The instability in Cambodia worsened when Prince Sihanouk was ousted in a coup by General Lon Nol, who aligned with the United States. The new government allowed escalated U.S. military activities, including ground incursions aimed at destroying communist sanctuaries. These actions, however, further destabilized Cambodia, leading to a civil war between Lon Nol's forces and the Khmer Rouge, a radical communist faction supported by North Vietnam. The bombing campaigns and military incursions had a devastating impact on Cambodian civilians. Tens of thousands were killed, and hundreds of thousands were displaced. Villages were obliterated, creating a massive humanitarian crisis. The devastation fostered deep resentment among the population. And the Khmer Rouge capitalized on the chaos to gain support. Presenting themselves as defenders against foreign aggression, they rallied recruits, particularly in rural areas most affected by the bombings. When the Khmer Rouge eventually seized power, they launched one of the most brutal genocides in modern history. Millions of Cambodians perished through forced labor, starvation, and executions. The seeds of this catastrophe were sown during the Secret War, as the devastation and destabilization created fertile ground for the Khmer Rouge's rise. The Secret War also had significant geopolitical repercussions. It strained U.S. relations with other countries in the region and undermined America's credibility. When the bombing campaign was finally revealed, it sparked outrage and further diminished public trust in the U.S. government. Congress responded with measures designed to curtail unilateral military actions by the president, reshaping how future wars would be conducted. One example of the human toll comes from the village of Svay Rieng, near the Vietnamese border, heavily bombed during Operation Menu. Survivors recall harrowing stories of entire families being wiped out and their livelihoods destroyed. These personal accounts underscore the immense suffering experienced by ordinary Cambodians. The story of whistleblower Daniel Ellsberg is another critical chapter in uncovering the secret war. Ellsberg, a former Pentagon official, leaked classified documents that revealed the extent of U.S. deception about its involvement in Southeast Asia. While these papers focused on Vietnam, they also exposed the covert operations in Cambodia, igniting widespread outrage and calls to end the war. The long-term consequences of the secret war were profound. The collapse of Lon Nol's government and the rise of the Khmer Rouge plunged Cambodia into an era of unparalleled suffering. The genocide left deep scars on the nation, and its effects continue to reverberate. The conflict also shaped Cambodia's relationship with the United States, leaving a legacy of mistrust and animosity. Efforts to uncover the full extent of the secret war have persisted. Researchers and historians have used declassified documents, survivor testimonies, and satellite imagery to assess the scale and impact of the bombings. These studies have revealed that the intensity of the campaigns was even greater than initially believed, with hundreds of thousands of tons of bombs dropped on Cambodia. Memorials and museums in Cambodia, such as those commemorating the genocide and the killing fields, serve as poignant reminders of this dark chapter. These sites attract global visitors, helping to foster awareness of Cambodia's history and the devastating consequences of war. The secret war in Cambodia remains a cautionary tale about the consequences of covert military actions. It highlights the need for transparency, accountability, and a commitment to peace in international relations. As the world continues to reflect on the legacies of the Vietnam War era, Cambodia's story serves as a testament to the resilience of its people and the enduring impact of history. The hidden conflict shaped not only the nation's fate but also global perspectives on war and its aftermath.